Hello friends, how are you? Vladimir here, and this is the annual forecast for 2015. So welcome to 2015. On this opportunity, I would like to wish you the very best year. I hope trading will go very well for you, and you earn a lot, and you reach your best result. You learn a lot, because definitely we can learn a lot from the last year we've had. How to deal with the markets when things don't go too technical or too logical or anything like that, and still end up profitable. It's very great lessons we can be thankful for, and we should be thankful for, of course, because not every time we have the opportunity to learn something new from the market and how to develop ourselves into that, right? So as I said, 2014 was tricky, okay? And I'm not the only one saying that. I guess everyone in here will say that. Of course, things still work and everything with strategies, but this year we keep seeing the new trend that machines taking over trading, and the short-term trading many times, especially under events or special moments on the market, fundamental moments on the market, become very tricky. We saw a lot of false breaks and fake moves, or intraday zigzags, fast moves, up, down, down, up, like V patterns. We saw a lot of interventions from government, and that's something we didn't face very long time. So it's really great lessons. As I said, we have to be thankful for. We can only learn from that and develop ourselves for future. 2015, and actually starting from 2015 and going to the next couple or even 3 years, I believe the market is going to provide some very interesting trends to be developed. Maybe not on the very beginning of this period, but it's something that is going to be developed. And well, let's take a look on the opportunities we can expect, right? Let's start from the very major, and let's understand how to deal with that. You remember 2014, I was very short on the euro dollar in my mind, and I said we are going down. We are still going down, and this is not the end for this very interesting pair. Very likely all the things going around Greece will keep to be on main focus. The fear of deflation will probably make the leaders of the European zone to act and try to avoid reaching this situation. If in Greece we will have the elections and Syriza will win, I hope I announced the name correct, they will very likely leave the Eurozone, and of course it will affect, because it will open the doors for other countries, even though that Ireland and Portugal and other places kind of right now rated like developing countries and not anymore countries under issues, when the entire Eurozone is under problems. It's very tricky to say the small countries that used to be in problems are not there anymore. And this is exactly my view for 2015. I think euro dollar is about to find a bottom. It will happen probably on the next several months. Okay, it starts from January. It could happen until March or something like that. I believe we will see that developing the bottom right here, maybe a bit longer than March. It could be April, maybe even May, even though I'm doubtful. And we will very likely start to face some retrace. I think the euro dollar should visit once again somewhere in between 125 to 130 or so, developing kind of something like that rounding bottom here and a rally to this zone 125 up to 130. And again, I'm not talking about specific levels. It's annual forecast, of course. It's not a daily forecast, right? So It's impossible to put the finger on a specific level. So we are talking about zones, and between 125 up to 130, I do think euro should top. That's maximum, and will create a bearish hidden divergence right here. It could be lower, right? And then we should hit for one final drop of continuation. It looks like that's what will happen here. A pattern will be developed, like a wedge or triangle or channel to the upside, or simply double move to the upside, developing bearish hidden divergence between these two highs, and one more push to the downside, which could be 115, 110, or even lower. Well, time will tell. I want to remind you that the last time the euro dollar was on monthly bottom below, take a look here. Oops, that's not the scenario. Okay, this is the very strong support number 1, 37 on the RSI, and this is very important zone right then, 30, and we are getting very close to that. Last time it happened was 1997, 1999. It was right here, first time visiting. Then we got double move to the upside, and then 1999 to 2000 we got crossing it again, and we all remember how it ended up. So it is about very likely to cross to the downside the next several months. That's why I think it is about to change it. And as I do on my annual forecast, take the entire zone, put the middle. We are there right now pretty much, so it's pretty fair price for the euro dollar. It's time to get some crosses out of it, right? So very likely we will get some attempt to cross to the downside, and remember, every time it does cross below the middle of the all-time range, right, or last 20, 30, 40 years range, every time we get below, we get natural pressure to try and to reach it right after it on the long term. Every time we are above, we should get attempts to get on the middle of that. So that's pretty much about the euro dollar. That's how I see the things going. Pound dollar, another very interesting pair moving on a monthly chart. What we're facing right now is very likely bend to bend move, which very likely to be completed from my point of view. We still might face bullish hidden divergence here, which will create some kind of a bounce, maybe V pattern, I don't know, but there is more to go, like with the euro dollar. I think pound dollar should find the next I don't know, 2-3 months or so, maybe a bit more on the bearish side, find a very serious bottom, and right after that, with the divergence, it will develop very likely on the weekly chart. We will face on the second part of the year, which should start somewhere from March, from my point of view, or so. Maybe earlier, maybe a bit later, but around this time, we should get the pound dollar back to something like 158, 160 or so at least. And same story, I think just to get a bearish hidden divergence before we will get one final push as well. Right? I do think it's going to be a period of a dollar on the longer run. And on the short run, well, I'm bearish right now in the beginning of the year. Every rally should use us as opportunity to go for a sell. 151, 150, 148 even, why not? 145, who knows? That's this monster support area right here will be the target of bend to cause a bounce. Okay, stay bearish until the weekly divergence does not complete the divergence. Once it does, look for buy opportunities to enjoy for a pullback that should last for several months at least. And the cross in between euro pound, I think it's about to hit the bottom. Maybe it already did. It's very close to its trend line, so we can say it's right there. Okay, it doesn't have to be that accurate. And I think once it hit, if it didn't hit the bottom already, so once it does, it should happen very soon. We should start to see. I believe the euro pound on the most of the part of this year would be under bullish pressure and not bearish. Right? So again, if not yet, and we will be lucky to get one better low just to go with this weekly divergence developing, then the other part of the year we will end up on a bullish side. Take a look on the again on the same scenario like with the euro dollar. Okay, this is the top, this is the bottom, this is the middle, and we are dancing around it right now, right? So very likely we should see it creating the bottom and bouncing, and even if we get one more lucky low, so we should try to bounce from this middle on the other part of the year. So I mainly will be looking for buy opportunities, and again, it doesn't mean we cannot get one more final bottom. We very likely will, and 0.70 is even possible bottom for this pair before we will face some strong reactions to the upside. So again, I will be looking for buy opportunities on bottoms, or buy opportunities after first wave of bullish trend will be developed, and that's where I will want to focus. Remember the gap we have since last year, which should be closed around 0.83. Okay, so that's why I remain mainly in a bullish idea for this pair. Dollar Canadian is another very interesting pair. I think it's about to find a top here. It's going very well. It's completing kind of a channel to the upside. Well, I don't see any reason to switch and change right now. It's still bullish. 118, 120 or so could be and should be logical, reasonable target. This is 118, of course. This is 120, bit higher on the next resistance, and Bollinger Band duplication zone, and potential weekly extreme. And I want to remind you, last time it was on weekly extreme was here. That was 2008. We all remember how things ended up right after that. Now, I don't claim that's what will happen necessarily, but I do think it should find a top somewhere here and start very serious correction, at least to the very serious weekly trend line we have. So from this top, this is very likely where we are going to see that moving and trying to fix things up. So get ready to be bearish on a very soon period take place. How about the other majors? Well, New Zealandian dollar is, from my point of view, definitely the best opportunity. If the top was already created right here, that means that the New Zealand dollar is ready to drop and take us to 0.75, then very likely 0.72, and very possibly even the 0.65, 0.68 zone, which is, believe it or not, this trend line. See that? 0.65 right here, 0.68 right here. This is the final zone for this pair. So I do think New Zealand dollar is going down. If it will, we should join the bears. If it manages to place itself below this support, not like it was here, was a fake break. If it managed to place itself below, we are going down and we are going to get it on the levels I've mentioned. If we get a bounce from here, then look for your sell opportunities from 0.80 up to 0.83. From there, go short and remain short while the prices will remain below the monthly 20 MA. I think this is one of the greatest opportunities for this year, or at least half of it. Same with the Australian dollar, so far bearish. It should be able to find its bottom. There is a monster trend line waiting for this pair. We can always do the same idea: top of all time, bottom of all time. Try to understand where you are right now, middle. That's why we will face bounces, and every bounce that will come, if will come, is just an opportunity to take another sell, as we are heading right to below that, right? To below this middle. And this is why I think Aussie dollar as well will find the bottom, maybe here, even though I'm doubtful. I think below 0.80, actually 0.78 could be a great place, maybe even 0.75 or so. Create a bottom for one more drop and start the rally. Rallies should take us back to 0.85, 0.90 or so, which from there I believe we should be looking to go and to sell once again. And the cross in between, oh, the Kiwi, this is one of the greatest opportunities we should deal with. You remember last year, 2014, I told you, I believe most of the year the pair will be under bullish pressure, like it was. Okay, up until here. From here we got bounces on the last month and a half. And same I believe is going to happen right now. It's about to find a bottom. Maybe the bottom is here, 105. But for some reasons it feels to me it's going to be in between 102 down to 98 or something like that. And then when we hit fifth wave down, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We are now going probably for 5. If this is not a 5 yet, we will get a 5, and then we get 1, 2, 3, 4, back to 118, 120 or something like that. So stay aware of this pair. By the very bottom with the weekly divergence combined with monthly or weekly and daily for one more bottoms to come. Buy and go with longs and enjoy this opportunity, which from my point of view should be one of the greatest. A bit of yen pairs before we go for other crosses. Dollar yen still under bullish opportunities, still massive interventions there, a lot of bullish pressure, and yet I think something will hit there. When? Maybe that the second part of the year or so. This is really historical situation, monthly extreme, with 20 candles right, 5 waves move, weekly chart extreme as well. It's really something we don't see always. So I do think every new high, and I think the high should be from something like 122 up to right here. This is 132, 134, somewhere in between. We should start to find the tops, and I believe we will start to get bounces back to 110, 110 or lower than that, just to create another bullish opportunity right after that for very likely one more rally to take place. So the sell off is not far right now once we had weekly and monthly combos. I know it doesn't feel like that, right? But there will be some event fundamentally that will trigger that. Which one? No idea. Time will tell. And we will get this opportunity to drop to the downside. After that we should be looking for only for buys again. And remember, take the top, which is here, take the middle, which is here, sorry, the bottom, right, and put the middle, it should be here. And that's the idea. We are very far from the middle yet. Okay, so every drop should use us as opportunity to buy for a longer run. We have much more to offer, but it's going to take a lot of time, right? And the same with the yen pairs, right? Like I believe euro yen should bounce soon, complete one more rally towards 150, 155, 160 or so before taking place and back to 130, 120. This is the plan for this year, and that's actually for all the yen pairs. I don't want to waste your time for that. Pound yen, which or from here or from one more push towards 190 or 200 should find a reason to go and make a correction. I believe we are going back to below 170. From my point of view, it's very likely to get one more drop to 160 or so. We have a very interesting trend line right from there, and that's actually same for all these pairs, all the yen pairs. This is the idea. Now for crosses, I believe euro versus the kiwi should be really great buy opportunity from here or lower, from below 150 or so. Get this monthly divergence developing and go for a buy. There is one problem with pairs like kiwi swap. Okay, so very easy suggestion is having an account without paying swaps and without getting swaps, of course. And then on such account you can trade the anti-swap, okay, those pairs that are against you with the swap. Trade them there, or simply find your short-term opportunities where you don't have to find a lot of swap. Euro Kiwi buy opportunity is like an investment from my point of view. Could we see bottoms? Of course, and I believe anyway it should find the reasons to go and be traded above 180 or 190 once again. Only question of time. Same I believe is going to happen with the pound Kiwi, which should bottom very soon and bounce to the upside from my point of view, aiming to above 210, 220 once again. Pound Canadian is very interesting opportunity here. Right from here we should face one more drop back to 170 or lower, or first of all we should get one more rally. Okay, so if the resistance will be broken, we will face one more rally, one more top to this place. Okay, very close to the top of the Bollinger's monthly chart, and then huge drop taking place, or alternatively, as I said, one more drop back to 170 or so, finding the bottom there, and then boom, all the way for new, completely new highs. Pay attention for this pair, really interesting. Same with the Euro Canadian, which is finding a bullish hidden divergence here, or after one more drop to 138, 135, and we will be looking to go and to buy this bullish hidden divergence on the weekly chart, finding it and going all the way up to at least to the last high, which is 156 or so, probably even for new highs again. And these are the main opportunities from the forex market as a forex market. There are things I would go and try to invest, just swap pairs like shorting highs of Euro Norwegian krone, or the ruble, and again, such opportunities are things you have to go and to make like investments if you are able to do so. If not, simply ignore it, simply avoid it, and don't waste your time there. But these opportunities are great as they are trading on the very rare opportunities. Euro Norwegian is, you say, around all-time top, right? It could try to back to 940, 950 or so, but once the oil price will become reasonable again, the middle price for that is here, and this is where it should be traded, around 850. Yeah, so that's all the idea. Once you get far away from that, try to go and be there again. And the ruble pairs, well, they will remember how dramatic they were, right? Everywhere, every ruble pair was crazy. And yet, I think this is rare opportunities to enjoy from really big swaps. Just think about it, okay? Just for doing nothing, for holding positions. But it could be risky here. Yeah, you could be down several percent by holding such pairs if it rallies to crazy highs like it did. And anyway, that's why I say this is kind of an investment. If you can hold such situations, this is one of the greatest opportunities, because you get like over 10%. It's different from broker to broker, bank to bank, how much they give you for swap, for rollover, but over 10% just for holding the pair. And the longer it lasts, the better it is, of course. That's pretty much all. And of course, you can go over all the pairs, like dollar ZAR with its monthly monster divergence, which will hit probably somewhere in 2015 or 2016 and create this kind of move. But it takes time. Or dollar Turkish. All these pairs are doing and hinting the same. Something is about to happen. And all they have monster swaps. So invest in one or two if you can allow yourself to do that. Only as an investment. Close your eyes, come back in next year and just check where we stand and if anything should be done. Now to the other markets. Silver, gold, oil. Well, you remember my dream of the gold and the silver. We are slowly moving there. I still think one more bottom should be created for gold and the silver, and after that, maybe during March, maybe during May or August, somewhere there on the hot months, we should find the bottom and start the rallies, all of them. Silver or gold and definitely oil, which right now is the center of everything, right? It's over 20 candles right on weekly chart, it's over 20 candles right on daily chart. And I know it's not technical, of course it's not, but oil is, at least according to technical view, is on lower point ever. There is a trend line waiting there very soon. So could it go and cross the 15 down? Yes. Could it go and visit 45 or 40? Yes. And yet I claim it's just to create bottom, confuse and scare traders, and get back to around 80 or 90. This is at least my point of view. Bottom isn't far. 70, 80. That's the next target for bulls whenever they take the control once again. And about the indices, well, I was very wrong about them during 2014. None of the bears took control, but none of the real serious bulls yet take control. And again, we should remember, okay, the monthly divergence developing right here will hit, and will hit extremely hard. Will it happen on 2015? I'm not sure yet. We will definitely go through cycles, but the question is that all? And about that, I'm not yet sure. I tend to think yes, but it's too early to judge. I just know when we have 20 candles right on monthly chart, this has only one way of move. Whenever it hits this top and the divergence on monthly chart, this is what about to be expected. Could it happen? Is it reasonable it starts already? The answer is yes. I think it will go hand by hand with the yen pairs. Okay, especially on this time being. And that's actually all. We have a lot of opportunities for this year coming, developing. So let's see how the market goes and what it provides to us. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you can make some notes and know what to follow after. And of course, I'll see you again in 2016 with, hopefully, of course, with summary of 2015, the beautiful 2015, and expectation for 2016 as well, which I believe is going to be very interesting year, presidential year actually. So let's see what the market brings us, friends. Once again, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have some notes for to follow for this year. I wish you best. If you have any question, don't hesitate to contact me, Skype, email, and I wish you all the best for this year, you and yours. Bye for now, yours, Vladimir.